What's good, family? I'm Martez Kelly, and this video is crazy. I want to introduce you guys to my family. Introduce you guys to my family. My reason why. This video I actually wanted to make a bit different from the others. This is actually going to be my channel introduction. So for people who come to my channel for the first time, this will be the video that pops up. I'm actually going to go through my story, answer some questions that I was asked, and I'll introduce you guys to, like I said, my reason why. I'm looking over here, but I need to be looking right here. This is my baby boy, my firstborn son, Jaden Kelly. Say hey, baby.
He doesn't have any pants on.
And this is my queen, my lifeline, future wife, Amaria Hampton, and she actually has a channel on YouTube, which has been lacking lately, but soon she'll be having some videos up. I'm just gonna go from the beginning of my life, as you guys probably saw. Well, you know what, I'll just make this like my thumbnail, something with all of us. But I'll just go from the beginning of my life until the point that I am now, which is a good point. Yes, baby. And just to give you guys, like I said, I wanted to make this video different, give you guys something real and authentic, because like I tell people who reach out to me and on social media, I don't want to be known as just a she always distracted me and stuff.
Sorry.
But I don't want to be known as just a real estate YouTuber. I want to be known as a human being, and I want y'all to use me as a resource. So even if it's something non-real estate related, if I can help, I want to help. But I'm actually going to dismiss these guys.
I didn't even get to say the intro.
Okay. Oh yeah, and if y'all listen to my intro, you'll know who it is. Go ahead and say it, baby.
Hi guys, welcome to Martez Kelly's real estate channel. This is Martez Kelly, and welcome to the channel.
All right, what's good? What's good? Now that that is done and the loves of my life are out, I just want to go through, like I said, my story. I put in the title, real estate agent, young real estate agent. Let me pull this back so you guys can probably hear me better. But I put in the title, young real estate agent success story, and let me pull this back in. That'll be fine. But I put in the title, young real estate agent success story. And I wouldn't consider myself a success as a real estate agent, but I feel like from where I began to where I am now, I would consider this a success story. And if you don't like stuff like this, or if you already at this point in the video, this is just something that doesn't interest you, you can leave. Just being honest. And but I just made this video for the people who are searching or seeking for inspiration. And I just want to tell you my story, tell you who I am, where I'm from, what I've been through, and what I plan on going. Where do I plan on going? So I actually had somebody reach out to me who was actually in high school and dealt with a situation similar to mine. And I was like, man, I actually need to make a video on that, because if somebody had a situation that was similar to mine, it's all, to me, it's like somebody else out there probably had that situation too. So if I make this video and it only impacts 1 or 2 people, I don't really care. But I want those 1 or 2 people who it actually impacts, I want you to reach out to me, because these are the people that I actually had in mind when I created this channel. I want to be known for more than just being a real estate agent or a YouTuber or anything. My whole goal, like I said in my video like 2 or 3 weeks ago, or maybe even last week, but what I want to do is actually flip the tables. I want to be on the other side. I've been that person who didn't have the real estate license, so I want to actually be the person who helps somebody get their real estate license. Man, this video gonna be all over the place because it's a story time, starting from the beginning of my life, like I said, to where I am now. It may be even long, but who cares? Like I said, this is for inspiration. Anybody who finds themselves in a situation where they just want to learn, they just want to grow, or want to be inspired. This is my story. So just to start from the beginning, my name is Martez Kelly. I was born and raised in LaGrange, Georgia, small town. And the beauty about my hometown, like my whole family was there. So support system wise, I've never lacked a support system. I actually still to this day, like when I make posts, and you guys will find out later on in the video, I was actually homeless. I was homeless. My auntie would still respond by choice. And that's completely true. And I'll let you guys into my mindset and why I was homeless by choice. But so born in LaGrange, Georgia. The thing about it is we were actually raised in the projects. But I was in a lucky situation with my mom. She actually positioned us to where we would go to the better school system. So I actually went to school, and if you're from LaGrange, you know, but Hollis Hand. We went to school, and it was near the country club. So I actually drove by $1 million houses, just beautiful homes. And like I said, mama had 5 kids and her. So 6 of us in a 3-bedroom apartment. 6 of us in a 3-bedroom apartment. Not like some of these other extreme stories, but it was 6 of us in a 3-bedroom apartment, and we're driving past all these nice homes, and I'm just thinking, man, one day I just want to walk inside of it. Like I wasn't even at that point thinking, you know, I want to own it. Later on in the process, I was starting to think I want to own that one house, and I actually see that home in my head, driving by it in a bus, like, man, I want to own that house one day. I want to own that house one day. And I was just thinking, man, if I can just walk inside of that house. So instantly from that age, I was like, man, I want to be a real estate agent. So just to fast forward, didn't really have too many problems. So don't fall for all those. And I actually made a Facebook post about this today. Like, don't fall for all the fake gurus selling this dream of time, freedom. Just don't fall for it. But I actually was like, man, I want to own the house. So fast forward, I actually said, you know what? Oh, and the reason why I said that is because they talk about I don't like school, don't go to school to work for nobody else. Listen, I actually didn't have problems in school. I actually love school because my personality trait, I prefer being in a system and knowing how the system works and how can I advance and stuff like that. But fast forward, graduated high school, went to college. I went to Troy University. And what I decided to do my first semester in Troy is I decided, you know what, I'm going to drop out of college. I want to drop out of college, move to the state of Florida, and get my real estate license. So how did that happen, man? Like I said, I didn't even drop out. I'm actually still enrolled in school, but I just stopped going. I stopped going to class. What I did was I sat there in school and I took my real estate course. I took the course, went down to Florida, went and got me a job. Didn't have a place to stay, which we're headed into my homelessness story by choice. So I actually took the course, went all the way until I got to the test portion of the course. I went through Real Estate Express, got all the way to the test part of taking the exam, and I chickened out. So for you out there who are almost becoming a real estate agent or at that point, I got scared, did not pull the trigger. And one of the things that I struggle with, somebody's out there probably struggles with this as well. I never fear failure. I fear being successful to the point where I lose other people. So I fear being successful, not too much losing or being or failure. I don't fear failure. But so I never took the test. It actually took me 4 years to take the course again and actually take the test and get my exam. Exactly 4 years, which was weird, but we'll get to that point. I actually dropped out of school and said, you know what? Since I'm scared to take the real estate exam, I still want to move to Florida. So I moved to Florida, Orlando, Florida to be exact. I did not have a place to stay. I did have some cash from my college refund that I was going to use to pay for some hotels for a while, get me a place to stay. And I said, you know what? I'm also going to, I got me a job. And I was working at that job. It was my first sales job, which I really do appreciate. I was 18 at the time, moved to Orlando. Once the hotel money ran out, what I actually did was, man, it's crazy like talking about it now. What I actually did was I slept in the parking lot of Walmart in Orlando. Like, I'm from a small town in LaGrange, Georgia. Our population probably 60,000. But in Orlando, you're looking at about 6 million people. If I hope I'm not mistaken, I may be exaggerating, but it's like the population is more than 10 times the amount that's in LaGrange. And I was sleeping in Walmart parking lots, hotel parking lots, just finding somewhere to sleep until one night security got me and said, you know what, you can't sleep here, man. You got to find you somewhere else to sleep. So what I actually did was I actually went to work, and they said, you know what, I'm actually going to go to a homeless shelter. So I was finding up places on my phone, found me a place to go, went to the homeless shelter, slept there for a couple of days. The food that we ate was like, man, it was tough. Let's just put it like that. It was tough, man. Then I couldn't have my phone. We slept on like a cot that was like this thin, and it was just tough. Shut off the lights, no phones, nothing. You just laying there. You shower, community showering with everybody, and there's no curtains or nothing. You just seeing everything. I'm just like, man, this is crazy. 18 years old in Orlando, homeless. And what I actually did was I got to the breaking point. My mom called and was like, you stand in the homeless shelter, aren't you? And I was like, yep. Went to crying. And I was like, man, I can't do this no more. So I decided that day, that was my last day at work. I told one of my coworkers, Logan, and I appreciate him still to this day. He was a major cornerstone in the person that I am today. He said, you know what? I told him, I said, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm homeless. He was like, what? All right, man, just hang in there, man. Just hang in there. Everything going to be cool. So then I went, my mama sent me some money, went to a hotel, stayed there one night, and I made my mind up that day. And just to let you guys know, I forgot to put this part in there. I was actually living off of the food that I had from college. So all the food that I had in my dorm, I actually put that inside of the truck that my brother let me borrow. And I was living off of that and the food from the homeless shelter. But I said, you know what, today my last day. I'm going back to LaGrange. I'm done with this foolishness. And what I did was I actually, something just told me that day, go to work. Go to work. So I went to work that day. And what happened was Logan actually told everybody in the group, and they actually had 2 places for me to stay in Orlando. I actually decided to stay with this one guy. And once I stayed with him, ran into one of my managers. He was telling me about, he told me about Tony Robbins. He was like, study Tony Robbins, study this one video on how to improve your sales skills, how to read people, how to talk on, how to sell over the phone. And I was like, wow, okay. So that was one of the major moments in my life for personal development in regards to what it is that I do. One of the major stepping stones for my real estate business as well, learning how to sell or learning how to read people, because you'll know how to sell somebody based off reading them. So that stuff happened. I actually got into personal development a lot more. That's when I first read the Think and Grow Rich book. And I actually read 1 or 2 chapters out of the book, and I instantly felt like I knew the secret to getting rich. And I actually said, you know what? I know how to do it. I don't need a job anymore. And this was before all the fake gurus came out on all this stuff. I just felt like I knew the answer. So what I actually did, and a lot of family reasons as well, is I actually left Orlando, moved back home near my family. My mom was going through some surgeries, and then some other stuff I don't want to get into. But went back home, realized that my mindset and how I thought and viewed the world had shifted so much that I just couldn't fit in my hometown anymore. So me and my brother, whose truck I borrowed, Antorius, T, you guys will see him on the channel, we actually said, you know what, we're going to go back to college. So went back to college. This was my 2nd semester in college. And then for some reason, again, I felt like I knew the reason why you can be successful in school just isn't it. And like I said, this was all done before all the people come out talking about it now. I was like, this not, man, I don't need that. I don't need to go to school. And I just went through so much hell, just to say, I couldn't find a better word for it. Went through so much hell. None of this other stuff is like real estate related, but I went through so much hell. And then to the point where I am now, where the pandemic, beginning of last year, found out that my girlfriend was pregnant, and that was something that was a real shift in my life. And I was like, whoa. Like I said, all the hell I went through, all the what can I call it, just I can't, it's just childish, bro. Like, I was just childish, immature. I wasn't thinking about things like my credit score or my future, if I die, you know what I'm saying, setting up for my family. I wasn't thinking about that. I was just reckless, making money though. I'm making money, but I'm just spending it, not thinking about, okay, I'm not thinking about that. We're not worried about that. I'm just spending money, spending money, spending money. But then when I had that shift, my son came, it was like instant maturity. Like, when I found out my girl was pregnant, I was like, let's go. That's the first thing I said, let's go. And then from that point forward, it was like, okay, everything that I always wanted to do, I'm gonna do it now. And it was, for me, it was like I'm doing that for my son. Like, I'm setting the tone for my son. And then just, it was like, man, once I set the tone for my son, I want to show him that, one, everything that you want to go for, everything that you want in your life, just go for it. And man, I was like, okay. So the first thing I always wanted to do since I was a kid was get my real estate license. Like, I always wanted to be a real estate agent because that home in my mind is like there. It's like I want to walk in that home. And so first thing I did, right when, and it was so timely, like I'm telling you, the pandemic hit like right on time for me, because it was like, and I made a video about this earlier in my YouTube career, where it was like, man, the pandemic was a bailout for me. One, the finances, like, that's first stimulus check. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I made the investment of buying my camera equipment. I bought a whole bunch of other stuff for YouTube specifically. And what I did that first whole month, I even bought back into my real estate course and paid for all my stuff as a real estate agent. But that first month, April, I took the whole month of April off. I did nothing else. I didn't listen to music. I didn't play games on my phone. I didn't play any games. I had a PlayStation 4 at the time. I sold it. I sold the TV. I sold everything. I said, the only thing I'm focusing on this month is being a real estate agent and getting my real estate license. Every single day that month, I woke up, taking a real estate course, went to sleep, woke up, take the real estate course. I did that every single day for that month. And within that month, I took my my course exam, and I failed. I'll speak about that in another video, but I failed every freaking pre-test, but took the exam, made it 85. I was so like happy. Went on vacation and actually started, like I said, my YouTube, just started vlogging. And it's just, for me to be like where I'm at right now, it's just so crazy. Like, starting with like just holding the camera up, speaking with yourself, and for having people on the other end who are actually listening to you, who are actually supporting you, who are actually commenting, who are actually telling you they appreciate your story, you inspire them, keep going. Like, that's just life changing, like, because it's always what I wanted to do. So the second thing was starting a YouTube channel. That's something that I always wanted to do. And when I got that opportunity, it was like, it was go time. And so real estate agent, YouTuber, all done within that same year. And also having my first child, like, and I'm pretty sure y'all can hear him in the background, but I'm just gonna keep going. But man, just having my first child was something that was major in my life. It was just like, wow, bro. Like, I was just thinking, like, at that moment, like, I gotta set something up for him. So right now, what I did was I set up my investment accounts. I actually got a 401k, I got a Roth IRA, I got a obviously got Robinhood, I got investment money in there as well. And then I got what is it called? I actually set up an account for him. I made my girl my beneficiary, so if anything was to ever happen to me, if I was to die, that stuff shifts over to her. She good. One of the next things I want to do in the future is get in life insurance. I got to make that shift as well, just so if anything really was to happen to me, they set up real good. What else, man? Oh, and just to give y'all this as well, this will probably be in another video too. So if you made it this far, welcome to the 100 squad. Drop a 100 in the comment section down below. As a matter of fact, don't even do a 100 emoji. Drop a purple heart in the comment section down below. Let me know, man. Let me know that you made it this far in the video. But I actually in my real estate business right now, just to give y'all a real estate agent update. So where I came from being homeless to just having an opportunity to walk through $100,000 homes. Like, man, I'm pretty sure I've been, let's say $300,000 homes. It's like, man, this is a dream for me to be sitting here with over 600 subscribers. It's over 650 subscribers. It's like, man, this is surreal. Like, because I always dreamed of this, and I'll be forever humble. I may get hurt a lot in the future because I'm gonna be completely transparent with you guys from this point forward. Like I said, I want to be known as a resource. I don't want to be known as a real estate agent, as a YouTuber. I'm a human being. I'm a resource for you guys. So if there's anything I can do to help, please reach out and let me know. But as my real estate business right now, I have 1 deal closed, 3 deals under contract. I'm going to a listing appointment tomorrow. I hopefully have that listed by this weekend. Another thing is crazy. That seller is going to buy. So that's something. I have my $700,000 buyer. And then I also have a whole bunch of leads that I need to work. But all of this was done. And once all of this stuff closed, I should have around 30 to 40 grand cash. And I have not spent my real estate money because I'm actually working on a Airbnb, which should be live this month as well. So, well, later on, the beginning of next month. So, you know, a video is going to come out on that. But how about how you use your real estate money to work and go into investments and creating multiple streams of income. But I know I overworked this video. Like I said, if you didn't like this, I don't care. This is for those people who actually like it. So if you do like it, please smash the like button on this video. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And make sure you turn on the notification bell. A lot of the people who have subscribed, your notification bell is not turned on. Make sure you have that on. Let's keep going. Let's keep growing. I love y'all. There's not much more for me to say, but click right here to subscribe and click right here to watch our next video.